Alright, so in my last video, I did a base tour of one of my bases, but it was more of just a walking through, but I did not actually get to build the base from scratch in that video. So I did promise, however, that I was going to do a step-by-step guide on how I build my bases, and I was going to show you guys some of the neat tricks that I follow, right, or that I use. So this video is a follow-up to that video. I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a base from the ground up in NoMansSky. Yeah, I'm Henry Sparks, and if you're watching or you're joining my channel for the very first time and you still haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button. It's completely free to subscribe. Also, just leave a thumbs up to like on this video for good measure. So as you can see already, I'm in space and I have a planet in front of me. So this is a paradise planet. So that means I don't have any harsh weather conditions, and yeah, pretty much it's a paradise, right? So I'm just gonna go on ahead and land my spaceship on this planet, but I'm just gonna chase where the sun is so that I can be able to, build nicely and during the daylight. All right, so now let's find a beautiful spot that we can land this starship, and then we can be able to, I think right around here where there is a pond of water is ideal. I think this is a really good location. So let me find a spot where I can dock my starship. By the way, due to the nature of this video, I want to try and make it very, very short. So I'm going to build a very small base, right? Maybe a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom. All right, I'm gonna dock my ship right around here. I think this is perfect. All right. Perfect. Let's just look for a beautiful spot where I can start throwing down and building. At the same time, I'm not going to go ahead and start flattening the terrain, because I know that a lot of people will just think, oh yes, let's go on ahead and start using our terrain manipulator to essentially flatten the ground. But one thing that I've seen is that whenever you use your terrain manipulator to flatten the ground, there is an issue sometimes whereby the ground can grow back into your base. So I won't be doing that today. So essentially what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to remove that plant. All right, so that's about it, right? And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw on my base computer, because you cannot pull up your building menu without claiming the space as your base. So the first thing that I'm going to do, claim the base. All right, so now this place is now my base, which means I can now bring up this build menu. So what I'm gonna do, since we don't have an even terrain, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chuck on these. So we have to build a foundation first. So we're gonna build an elevated foundation, and then on top of that foundation, we can then be able to build our base, right? So that's the very first thing that we're gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is I need this base to be somewhere, not necessarily right on the water. I think we're gonna build it right around. So what I'll do is I will stand right next to my computer, and then I'll enter the build menu by pressing B on my keyboard. That will allow me to be able to just move the building camera around without having to move my character. So I'm just gonna chuck that right over there. I think, yes, we will build the base to go on top of the water. So it's going to be a smaller base, but yeah, you can see already, guys, like I'm just stacking over these short stone walls. So this is what I'm going to use to build my foundation, right, for my base. Oh man, it just got dark. I wanted to build during the day, but yeah, it's fine. So then what I'm gonna do next is I'll just create that. I think we need to put in at least like eight of these. I think we've got 2, 4, 6, 7. I think that's the last one. But before I do anything else, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna stick another layer on top, just to give it a really good height, make sure that the ground is not really interfering with where I'm building. All right. So always try and build your bases, guys, on elevated space. So whenever you want to build, make sure that you elevate, right? All right, now what's gonna happen next is I'm gonna start throwing down some floor panels to actually build my flooring. But just be careful because we've got 2 layers of short stone walls. So it seems like I actually needed to be able to extend this 1 short wall extra. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So I'm just gonna remove all of these. So you can press C and then you just press X to delete all of these quickly. I also remove this big one so I can see the smaller ones underneath, and then you press E to duplicate, and perfect. Right. Okay, not that. I'll come back to that. So I want to make my floor 3 layers because the base is not supposed to be extremely massive. It's supposed to be just a small space, like a small intimate space. All right, rotate the wall for me. I want to follow the same pattern. There we go. There we go. And then the last one, just snap it right underneath. Perfect. So this is pretty much the first thing that you do, guys, and the most important thing. Building the foundation of every home. All right, so this is perfect for me. I think this is ideal. Well, you know what, I think we can extend this a little bit further. Maybe let's just make it let's make the floor space a bit more wider, maybe 1 block wider. All right, I think this is perfect. All right, so this is it. You can see that now we've got a very good flooring for our base. The next thing that we're just going to do is throw down some walls. So the very first thing I'm going to do is add a doorway. So we're going to use these garage doors because they open up really nicely, better than, you know, these small doors. I like the garage doors. They're just like wide, brings in a lot more light into the space. And then I'm just gonna add a lot more of these glass walls because, I mean, we are on Paradise Planet, so we want to take in as much of the views as we can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use glass walls all around. Perhaps maybe we'll leave this space a bit open. I might want to chuck in a balcony over right here. All right. All right, so it seems like I'm out of glass, which is not bad. I can always fill that space with these closed walls because, I mean, we don't necessarily want to have the entire space being covered with glass walls anyways, right? To add a bit more light, we can just use this open. Yeah. All right, and then this one right over here. And then I'll close up right over there. And I think we can use another solid wall just to close that space up. All right, so as you can see, we already have the first floor of the entire base set up, right? One thing that I want to do now next is to decide where I want to place my essentially my staircase within the base itself, because I'm going to need a staircase to be able to take me into, you know, the second floor. I think we can put the staircase right in the middle. Perhaps, yeah, I think somewhere around this side would be great. Just go up a bit, right, and then we're gonna come. So this is a bit tricky because now I've got a second layer underneath my base, so that's why it's actually attaching. So you might see that it's not showing the ladder, sorry, the staircase, but that's because the staircase is actually being attached to the ground, I believe. Yeah, to the ground underneath. So it's a bit, you have to move around with your base camera just to find the perfect spot where you can plug in your staircase. This is actually the most challenging thing when it comes to base building, just being able to attach your staircase where you want it to be. And unfortunately, there's like no really easy way to do it, except when you're actually using the free placement mode. So you see right now I just toggled V, and then it just, you know, toggled my free placement mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck this staircase, perhaps, you know, I'm thinking now, where would it be ideal for a staircase? Because when you enter the base, you're going to enter through here. I'm thinking the lounge area will be somewhere around here. Maybe we have the kitchen area around here, and then I don't know whatever we're going to put there, but perhaps maybe I can actually have yeah, the staircase maybe perhaps can be aligned, not necessarily with the door, maybe just slightly off the path of the doorway. Maybe somewhere around here would be perfect, I believe, I hope. Let's see, let's move that around. All right, so now that I've placed my first staircase, next thing that I'm just going to do is go on ahead, start popping off the you know, the floor panels. I'm just going to chuck one around. Let's see if this is actually going to align the way that I would like it to. So I'm going to chuck on my first floor panel right there. That's my second floor. Let's move the camera a bit higher. And then one right there. So no, this will not really align as I would like it to. That means my staircase will need to be moved, but with the issues that I have with aligning my staircase, that's a bit of a problem, right? Come on, man, it's just a snap somewhere. All right, so when you actually want to use staircases, just make sure that you are using free placement mode, because that's the perfect place or the perfect way to set up your essentially to set up your staircases. Otherwise, it's going to be extremely difficult to just try and place your staircases. So once you're done with that, the next thing that you can essentially go and do is essentially just set up the rest of your flooring panels. So while it's refining, I'm just gonna go on ahead and yeah, continue with building the second floor. So enter building mode one more time, and then I'm just gonna slap on around the walls, the glass walls around. Alright, so I actually thought I was gonna build a second floor, but it would just make this base extremely massive than what I initially had. So I don't want this base to grow out of scope, so I'm gonna remove this second floor and convert it into a roof instead. And then we're gonna remove this staircase. But I'll then close off this space like this. All right. All right. So as you can see, guys, this is already done. We have got our first floor, ground floor, and then we've got the first floor. Now I'm just gonna go on ahead and chuck the roof. No, man, what's happening here? I don't know what's going on here. Put it back there. So now I'm just gonna go on ahead and chuck on the roof to make this base complete. So we've got two types of roofing that you can place. So I've seen some people that like to use flooring panels for roof as well, which looks absolutely stunning. This time around, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna go through the traditional way by just using essentially the roofing panels or the roofing caps, not the floor panels. So these are quite sleazy. They make your base look much more luxurious by default. They bring in a lot of light and give you that illusion of high ceilings, or that feeling, not illusion rather, that feeling of high ceilings, because they effectively bring your roofing level a bit higher than if you were using flat roofing. Well, that's why I quite like this. And then to close it off, we can just put in these roofing gables. So then that will effectively close the roof just like that. Now, all right, awesome, guys. So as you can see, we are pretty much done with the base, right? So there's nothing else that needs to be done here. The base is complete, right? As you can see, all that we would now need to do is to go and accessorize the base. So we've got a beautiful, look at this, this is beautiful, this is amazing, and it's towering over this beautiful pond with these beautiful views. I want to see if I can perhaps chuck on so I'm gonna put in a ramp. There we go. So this will make it easier for me to be able to access, because it's a bit elevated. You can see there's a gap between the ground and the entrance. So now this should make it easier to enter. All right, guys, this is amazing. This is great, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get in. So once you get in, you have the staircase that will take you up here. I don't quite like the I think this is much better, right? So I think when you enter, you need to have a lot more room inside the base itself. All right, perfect. So this has been fun. inside here, I'm just going to do a couple of other things to divide the rooms. I will set some glass walls around. There we go. And then over right here, we'll also set up some nice glass walls up here. So this is a glass castle. All right. So when you enter, you go up the stairs. I think you'll find the first bedroom to be right around here. So I'm just going to add some closed walls since it's going to be effectively a bedroom. So let's put on a wall. Essentially, maybe right here. We have a bigger bedroom. Just make it like, since it's a master bedroom. Really, where would it be perfect? Yeah, I think this would be perfect spot for a bedroom. All right. So it is a massive bedroom. So let's just close it up. Get another wall right around here, and then I'll add the door to the bedroom to be essentially right around here, and then we'll close it off like that. Cool. So then this entire top floor is going to be a massive bedroom, right? I did say I wanted to make this smaller so that we don't have to have a lot of accessories in here. Then this space right here can just be like an office space. This space here can open up. Actually, not necessarily that space, but I believe maybe the bedroom should have a balcony. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this space, chuck on one of my garage doors, right like that. And then we're going to chuck on some flooring panels to just create a massive balcony for us out here as well. Cool. All right, perfect. Now we have essentially built that balcony space. One more thing we just need to do to complete the balcony is we need the short walls or wrapping around here. Because essentially you don't want to just be walking around on your balcony, then you next thing you find yourself falling down into the water. Oh goodness gracious, I'm out of silicon powder. Not necessarily out, but I had some of it in my refiner, so I'm gonna take that out. Okay, so we're busy chucking down the short walls on the balcony. All right, perfect. So that's done, right? Next thing we need to do is build the balcony for the lounge. All right, so the balcony area for the lounge is also almost complete. We'll keep it nice and small, nothing too hectic. Then we close it off with the short walls. Alright guys, so essentially we are already done with building the base. We might need a bathroom in here. Let's pick a space for the bathroom. I think there's going to be definitely within the master bedroom itself. So perhaps the space around, I think this corner here can be a bathroom, can be converted into a bathroom. So I'm just gonna use some closed walls around here. All right, so I'll just make a closed wall right here, another closed wall right here. So we're gonna make an in-suite bathroom. There we go, in the bedroom itself. Then maybe you can throw a desk over right here, which would be perfect. All right, so now that's pretty much it, guys. We are done. From here onwards, we can now just start accessorizing. So before I just start doing some accessories, let me just walk you through the base that we've just built. I mean, have a look at this beauty over right here. Right, so essentially we can walk through into the base. When you first enter, you have this nice space which will take you right to the lounging area. So the lounging area, I'm going to set it all around right here so that you can be able to access the balcony from the lounging area. It's a bit too exposed. I forgot to leave a door over here, so we're going to chuck on one of the massive doors again that open up all the way to the outside. There we go. Now it looks a bit more accessorized already with just the door on it. So now I'm on the balcony area. You can stand on here, have a beautiful view of the outside. Amazing. And then when we go back inside, this is the lounging area. I believe you can maybe even set up a big kitchen here at the back, or perhaps this space is not being utilized, so we can set up a big space around here. Big space around here would make it into a kitchen. Then we have a staircase that takes us up. So there's nothing here. I'll just probably, put another smaller lounging area. And then this will essentially be turned into an office. And then I don't know, you can just chuck on maybe some chairs on here, some paintings, make this like a, nice area. When we enter into the master bedroom, we can have a bed. Perhaps maybe we'll have a bed right around here. Here we have the bed, and then maybe some cabinets over around here, and then we have an in-suite bathroom where you can enter. So then this will be the in-suite bathroom. But yeah, and then from the bedroom, you can also access a balcony, which would be, a king-size balcony. So this is essentially all you need to know within NoMansSky when it comes to base building. So start from the ground up, build up your walls, build up your staircases, and then from there you can start dividing up your base into rooms that you want to sell, right? So I'm not actually going to go on and accessorize because I feel like this video is already way too long. So I think we have done enough for now. In my next video, I'm going to take you guys through accessorizing the base from zero until we're done from the ground up. Setting up the kitchen cabinets, setting up the lounge chairs and everything. So we are going to do that in the next video, but within this video, I think we did a good amount of work, and this has been amazing. This is beautiful, guys. So one more time, I'm going to enter into my base mode, base building camera, and just have a beautiful look around. So have a look at this, guys. We have an incredibly massive base. This can be easily converted into a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom property, but for now I'm just going to keep it to a 1-bedroom, which is the master bedroom, with high ceilings, massive balconies, beautiful structure that has a lot of natural light. So yeah, this is amazing, guys. So if you like this video, if you found this very entertaining as well as informative, so please go ahead and smash the subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also leave a thumbs up on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video where we are going to be accessorizing this beautiful property. Until then, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.